Hey everybody, it's Mike with Detroit Grooming Company, and I'm here with your second installment of How to Survive No Shave November, or the No Shave November Survival Guide. So in the first week we touched on oil, taking care of the skin, and as the hair is growing in, it's going to be well nourished by using the oil properly. So if you guys want to reference that video, we'll put it down in the notes below. Right, Brad? Right, he's good, he's on it. All right. This week, as your beard is growing in, of course, we're kind of going to jump and fast forward. So as it grows in, you guys already have the tools you need, and I'm not going step by step and being behind. So let's jump into butters. Now, butters can be used classically for the beard to help style it, help nourish it, and protect it. However, not a lot of people know you can use the butter pretty much right away. So as that stubble is growing in, if you wanted to soften it, so that when it curls down and hits the skin, it's not such a sharp dagger where it's irritating you and bothering your skin. So apply the butter in a similar way that you apply the oil. You'll extract some on your fingernail, and I'll do that for you here right now. So I have Corktown here. It's of course our most popular butter, pipe tobacco, cedarwood, and vanilla, which is an award-winning scent profile. So if you guys haven't checked it out, you definitely want to do that. So of course we have it in the jar here, and I have the 2-ounce variety of Corktown. You can find it at DetroitGrooming.com. So you'll see here, I'll just start by sticking my finger in at the edge of the jar and then scraping forward until I have the desired amount. If I don't have enough from the first scrape, I'll go in for another scrape again. So there it is. You want to put this in your palm, and now you want to go ahead and completely distribute this all over your hands. So fingertips to your palms, and you want to warm it up. I did that for you. There it is. You see, it's gone. It's melted out. It's now a process of applying this onto your beard. This is the next step. You put it right on top and kind of work it underneath as well. And like I said, if your beard isn't that long right now, that's perfectly fine. This is great for you just to kick off, having soft hair, and of course nourishing the hair and protecting the skin. The touch of beeswax does a lot more than just give you a slight bit of shaping in a light to medium hold. It also seals the skin off from allergens and all kinds of baddies. And it of course protects the skin in inclement weather. So if you have, of course, where we are, it's super cold. If it's where you are and it's super warm, same deal. It's going to protect your skin from the sun. It has a natural UV protection in there as well with some of the different ingredients. So that's how to apply butter on your beard. If you don't have a beard, you apply it in the same exact way. You just don't have to work it through any hair. Now I know there are a couple of items that you guys have been asking about, kind of how to use it. Our tools, so I always preach using the Boar bristle brush. In fact, the first video in our survival guide, I did talk about the Boar bristle brush and how important it is in the beginning of your journey and throughout your journey. So even a beard at my length, this is amazing to distribute the oils and butters throughout your beard hair. But right when you kick it off as well, when the hairs are growing in, they're going to tend to crisscross pattern, and it kind of looks a little bit like a mess. So if you want everything nice and straight and kind of train the beard as it's coming in, this is a must-have for any beardsman or anybody fighting the battle through No Shave November for a noble cause. So you'll just want to apply that directly to the skin like this, and the hair, however much hair you have, and you'll want to do this in the mirror so you can see exactly what's being shaped and what shape you're ending up with. Now when the beard grows off the jaw, once you depress this brush into the hair off the jaw, of course it's going to create a wave or a dent in the hair, so you don't want to push the brush in on the style portion. You'll just want to lay the brush on the surface and just kind of let it go through. So that's your tip for this installation of No Shave November Survival Guide. I did want to take a moment and talk to those beardsmen out there who have a beard and they're in No Shave November, and I see a lot of memes out there. Of course, people want to go after Amateur Beard Month, or as that's what they like to call it. But I will say this company started in such a way, and a lot of people start off as beardsmen just growing one for No Shave November for a good cause. So it starts in one way and it ends up a different way. We have a lot of customers who stop in at the shop and talk to us about how their bearding journey actually started in No Shave November. Of course, mine did as well. So I kind of want to do a little section here for people who already have a beard in No Shave November. So I'll talk to you about that here shortly. Alright, some things you may not know, being a beardsman, already having a beard in No Shave November, you can still participate in all the fun. But there are a couple of techniques or a couple of things that you can do to help in your own beard journey in this month. One of them is your cheek line. So it's something a lot of beardsmen don't often think about. They let their barber cut their cheek down to a certain distance from their eye, or they do it at home themselves with a razor. Sometimes you get it straight, but you know, just like everyone else who look at your face if you don't get it straight. So I always encourage you to stop in and see a professional, of course. They have a different perspective when they're looking at your face than you do when you look in the mirror. So here's a couple of tips for you. Throughout the month of November, you can try in participating by allowing this natural hairline here to grow in. And the key factor here is how high up does my beard actually go? Would it look more full if I allowed the hair to grow in that is just right here, that's normally being trimmed off or normally being shaved? This is kind of one of those facets that we don't normally talk about and we don't normally think about. Sometimes people will shave down way too far and then you end up having kind of a chipmunk look. But if that's your look, great. If that's not what you're intending and you actually want to see what your beard would look like if you had a higher cheek line, this is the month to do it, right? No shave is no shave, no matter what you're doing. So you can do that, start there, and kind of allow that cheek line to fill in. Now, once you have a good baseline for where your natural hairline stops, now you can choose whether or not to cut it back down where it was or leave it up high. I personally like it a little higher. It gives a more full appearance to the beard and covers more of your face, of course. So this month I am allowing my cheek line to grow back in, and then I'll be trimming it afterwards. So got that taken care of. Now a couple of tips for you as you're going through November with a beard. Some things you may or may not know about. A couple tricks of the trade. Let me do that one again. A couple of tricks of the trade here. So get you a very nice blow dryer. This may sound strange for a man to need a blow dryer, but I tell you what, this has been one of the most amazing tools available to me. I do want to give you a couple of pointers on the blow dryer. This happens to be a very nice blow dryer. You can get much, I guess, in more of a medium price range with these and still have a really good blow dryer to take care of your beard. I went for longevity, of course, so I went with the Babyliss Pro. This is the Ferrari edition, of course, Ferrari red. But these guys have all kinds of attachments. So one of them here is this like diffuser attachment. And you'll see here that it's kind of at an angle and it's creating an air vortex that's more pointed and direct. So when installing this on the blow dryer, just make sure that it has a north-south configuration, and that will help you when you're blow drying because of the way we hold the blow dryer while we're blow drying. So this one's still got I tied the cord up so I could bring it in here. But when you're going through, say with the brush, and you're going through the cold shot to set your style, you'll want to hit the cold shot from here at this angle and drag the brush down and kind of meet the demand of the brush with the tip of the blow dryer. You'll do that all around your face. Of course, you'll switch hands. Some of these will have just one or two settings in terms of speed or temperature. This one here has a couple of goes warm to hot, and of course from a medium speed to a high speed, and then it even has a supercharged speed if you hit this pedal right here. So as you would imagine, Ferrari, you know, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it very nicely. A couple of points of maintenance. You'll want to make sure that your blow dryer is clean. We get oil and butter on our hands, we touch our blow dryer, it'll eventually cake in the cracks and the crevices of the blow dryer. So just make sure that you've cleaned it after use and you put it away so that it'll last you a really long time. Another tip here is the back here. This is your pre-filter. It's going to stop larger pieces of dust and hair from getting into the motor. You don't want it in the motor. It'll eventually build up in there and seize it up, and then your blow dryer's toast and you got to go spend some more money. So most of these have a detachable one. You just turn it to the left counterclockwise about half a turn, and it will come off, and you can clean this. That allows air to flow freely through the blow dryer, so you're getting the most airflow through the blow dryer to help you style your beard. So that's just one tip or trick to help you get through No Shave November and styling if you have a beard already. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. Don't forget to check out our social feeds. We have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and much more. And also, you can find us, of course, at local shops around you. You'll want to hop on our store locator map on our website. And if your local shop doesn't carry us, ask them to give us a shot so we can be right out near you. And if you can't find us out there, then go ahead and hop on DetroitGrooming.com. We have everything you need, not just to make it through November, but beyond. So thanks again. See you next time. All right. Take a breath. It's like working out, dude. It's like working out. Let me just dry my hands off. Ain't nothing wrong with smelling like cork down.